Hello, this is Mr. Wynn. Today's video will be the Quadratics Part 2 test review. Every question on here will be on your final exam, so make sure you understand all of them. Number 1, identify the vertex for each function. These are all vertex form. The vertex is h comma k. It's basically the opposite inside, and then keep the outside the same. So my vertex for the first one is positive 5, positive 7. For the second one, change the inside. Remember that plus 8 means left 8. Left 8 is negative 8, comma, leave k the same. This next one, there's something out here. If it helps you, you can put a plus 0. Vertex, change the inside to positive 2, leave outside the same. And the last one, let's go back to red, that and that. So change the inside, negative 2, keep the outside the same, positive 4. Alright, so you have the first question in your test will be on that. Number 2, identify the direction of opening for each. We have 4 quadratics here. Now we're used to y equals x squared. That's the vertical. So if you see, I'm talking about a x squared. If it's x squared, it's up and down, vertical. And if a is positive, you don't flip it. So for a, this looks like this. It's regular going up. Actually, no, sorry. Flip that. A is negative. So I'll check this. Upside down U. Alright, so this one will be going down. Alright, for B, you see it's ax squared again. Alright, A is positive 4, so you do not flip it. This is going up. For C, we don't have x squared. If x equals something, ay squared. Right, a y squared is sideways. Right's normal, left is when it's flipped. So since a is positive 5, you don't flip it. It goes to the right because that's normal. It's the positive direction. So this is to the right. And the last one, it's still ay squared. So it's a sideways parabola. A is negative 7, so you flip it sideways. So it goes this way, to the left, because to the negatives. And that's to the left. Alright, so make sure you know x squareds and y squareds. X squared is up and down. A controls flip or not, and then y squared is left or right. A controls flip or not. 3, write the equation of quadratic that has a vertex at negative 4, 6 and opens to the right. Okay, we have this equation. It's normally this, y equals a parentheses x minus h squared plus k. However, this has opened to the right. Right means it's not a x squared, is a y squared. So my equation is going to change to x equals a parentheses, and this is on your formula chart, or I'll give you this formula actually, y minus k squared plus h. Alright, so we're not using this one this time because it's the wrong one. You just fill it in. So let's see, I'm looking at this real fast. Got it. We know it's x. Right is a positive number, so it's a positive number. We don't know what. Y, opposite of k. This is still h. This is still k. So I'm going to make it a minus 6. I change the sign. And leave h the same, so it's minus 4. So on the test, just be careful. Make sure that a is a positive number. It could be positive 1, positive 4, positive 3. It cannot be a negative number. Because that's go right. Right, y equals x squared minus 12x plus 22 in vertex form. Remember, we need the vertex for vertex form. To find the vertex, we need AHK. So we need A, H, and K, which is the vertex. So I'll say A and V. Alright, we know A. A is 1. It's the same A is up there. That's the shortcut. Alright, to find the vertex, we gotta do some math. We gotta do the axis of symmetry. So let's do that real fast. AOS, that's negative b over 2a. Negative b makes it positive 12 over 2 times a. A is 1. Put that in the calculator. 12 divided by 2 is 6. I know my vertex, my x is 6. I gotta find my y. To find y, you gotta plug in your axis of symmetry. So plug in AOS to the original problem. So y equals parentheses 6 plus b squared minus 12 parentheses 6 plus 22 I gotta use the calculator for that, so let's see. 6 squared minus 12 times 6 plus 22. It tells me negative 14. So that's the y, that's why it goes in the y spot. Remember, the full formula for axial symmetry is x equals that formula. That's why that was the x part, and then I plug it in to find y. Alright, once you have that, you just go to the formula. The formula was y equals a parentheses x minus h plus p squared plus k. So I'm going to fill it in. Use red. So leave y alone. A is 1 from above, from right there. Parentheses x, negative h. This is our h, and this is k. Change the sign of h. So if this is positive 6, make it a negative 6. P squared plus k. K is normal, so they'll keep it negative 14. Alright, and if you're ever unsure, you can just FOIL or double stream that out to see if it goes back to the other form. Write an equation for the parabola whose vertex is there and pass through that. Okay, for a parabola, we like vertex form. We like y equals a plus x minus h squared plus k. We need 3 letters. We need a, h, and k. We need a, h, and k. Well, we have 2 of them. We have h and k. We're the vertex. H, k right here. We got to find a. So to find a, use this other point because we don't have it yet. It didn't show us. So this I'll call x. I'll call this y because this is another point. If you plug it into our formula, y is 12 equals, we don't know a, leave it alone. X is a negative 4. So there's 12 right here. Negative 4, that's x and y. Minus h. So change the sign of h. So make that a plus 2. Plus p squared. And then plus k, leave it alone. So that's plus 8. All you gotta do is just simplify this. So this 12 stays alone. It's a. Negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. Squared plus 8. I'm going to leave this 12 alone. I'm going to do negative 2 squared. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. A4 plus 8. If it helps you, you could say that's just 4a plus 8. We're going to solve for a. So let's subtract 8. So 4 equals 4a. And the last step to solve for a is divide by 4. Alright, well, a equals 1 or 1 equals a. Alright, so we found a. So now we're going to plug in our a, our h, and k into this equation. So leave y alone. A is 1. X opposite of h is positive 2. Squared plus k. K is 8. That is our answer. A just happened to be 1 there. Usually a is not always 1. 6. Write the equation for the parabola with focus there and vertex there. Alright, this one's easy. Remember, our favorite equation is this vertex form. We need a, h, and k. We got h, k right here, the vertex. We got to find a, and a is not given to us, and we cannot use that focus as a point. That's not an x and y, because that's not on the line. So when you see focus, vertex, or directrix, you have to do the FVD thing. FVD. Our focus was at point 2, 5. Our vertex is the point 0, 5. Alright, and if it helps, I should draw this. And I should just be careful I should draw this. So our vertex is 0, 5, right here. Our focus is 2, 5. Ooh, this mean. Alright, remember, you cannot go, you have to go towards the focus, but you can't touch it, so it goes like this. Ooh, so as you can see, this is a sideways parabola. I gotta find this directrix line. And that's mean. Alright, so remember the vertex is in the middle of F and D. So I'm gonna find that point on D. Well, you see the y's are all the same, they're all 5. And if it goes 2 to 0, let's subtract 2. Subtract 2 again, you get negative 2, 5. So this point right here is negative 2, 5. Then I'm going to find the distance from F to D. So the distance from F to D, don't look at the 5s, look at the 2s. 2 to negative 2, that's 4 spaces. Once you have that distance of 4, you're going to double it and put it over 1 to find A. So A equals 1 over 2 times that distance, which is 4. So A equals positive 1 over 8. Alright, now we have to make sure A matches our picture. Since the picture's going right, A must be positive. Alright, so sometimes if the picture's going left, you have to make A negative. So this is positive. Once we have our A and our H and K, we can now plug into the formula. Now all is kind of wrong here. Since this is a sideways parabola, we don't use the y equals formula. We use the x equals a parentheses y minus k parentheses squared plus h. Alright, so this is the wrong one because it's not an up and down vertical parabola. Alright, so leave x alone. A we said was positive 1 over 8. Y opposite of k. So that's minus 5 parentheses squared plus 0. If it's plus 0, you don't need it. So I'll just erase this. Here's my answer. Alright, number 7. What do you know about A and C for the graph below? Okay. A, it's upside down. A is negative. Alright, make sure it's a negative number. And C, remember C is the y-intercept. We do have the y-intercept. The y-intercept's right here. It crosses at negative 1. C is negative 1. If you know those two things, then the answer choice should pop out. It would be really obvious. Doesn't matter what B is. Alright, 8. Write the equation for the parabola, the vertex, and directrix. Okay. So this is FVD again. F, we don't know. Vertex, 3, negative 4. And when it says equation, that means we want to do our famous y equals a plus x minus h squared plus k. We'll see if it comes back to bite me later on. The directrix, actually I'm going to graph this. It's really helpful to graph. So 3, negative 4. Right 3, down 4. That's my vertex. My directrix is the line x equals 5. So 5 is this line right here. We can't go towards that line. We're going to go away. So we're going to go this way. This is a sideways parabola. Sorry, no, here's the focus is somewhere over here. So we need these 3 points. My directrix, that point on there, has the same y, but it says x is 5. Alright, if that's the middle, we have to find where the focus is. Has the same y. So 3 is the middle between what two numbers? Well, 1. Because 5 minus 2 is 3, minus 2 more is 1. Alright, some picture's not drawn exactly to scale, but that's okay. Alright, we've got to find the distance from F to D. So how far is it from 1 to 5? Well, it's 4 spots. Then we find A. A is always 1 over double our distance, which is 1/8. Alright, check it's positive or negative. Since the picture's going left, A is negative. Because left is flipped. So negative. So A is really negative 1/8. Alright, we have our A, we have our H right here, and K. It's a sideways parabola, so that's the wrong equation. We're going to use x equals a parentheses y minus k squared plus h. Let's cross this out. We fill it in, then we're done. So x equals a was negative 1 over 8. Y opposite of k. Opposite of negative 4 is positive 4. Squared h is positive 3. There's my equation there. Let me get one more. Write the equation of the parabola with the focus negative 5, 0 and directrix there. Let me just graph this first right away. Negative 5, 0 is the focus. Here's the focus. Directrix x equals 2. Here's directrix. We got to find the vertex there, and it has to go towards the focus. This is a sideways parabola again. So I already know my equation is the x one. X equals a y minus k squared plus h. We don't have h, k, or a. So I figured out. So F, V, D, focus, negative 5, 0. My directrix, x is 2. 2, 0. What's in the middle? That would be, what was the fraction? Negative 3 over 2. Next, find the distance from F to D. So from negative 5 to 2 is 7 spots. Find A. A is always 1 over double the distance. It's 1 over 14. Check if it's negative or not. Since it's going left, it is negative. So A equals 1 over 14. Negative 1 over 14. Plug it into the equation and get that. Y plus 0 is 0, so just leave as y. So negative 1/14 y squared minus 3/2. Thanks.